All right, so let me get this straight. You are a brand new artist. You finally got yourself some hardware, be it one of those Wacom tablets or an expensive iPad. You get your Twitter or your X, whatever you want to call it, all set up. Everything's good. You got a Patreon, all that good stuff. And you are going live to all of 10 followers. Stop. You are doing way too much too fast. There is a process to this if you want to do it. And I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of some insider knowledge on how to get this going. But Zabu, what do you know about commission prices? Well. Believe it or not, I actually went full-time doing commissions for a couple of weeks in a row back when my art looked like this. Now, that's definitely not putting any flack on new artists because everybody has to start somewhere, but that's just me kind of roasting myself that back then, whenever I was just now getting off the ground in like commissions and art in general, that my art kind of paled in comparison to where I am now, and that just came with time. But yeah, it's something that I've noticed that a lot of brand new artists do nowadays is that as soon as they start drawing, and like whether it be physical or digital, they immediately open for commissions. And it's like, yes, I know it can be all well and good to actually make money off your art, but step one is actually getting your art out there. If you only have a handful of followers and barely any posts on your account, then how exactly are you going to reel in customers when they don't even know what you draw? So step one is definitely building your catalog, so to speak. And the easiest way to build your catalog is to just start by just drawing. You're gonna have to get some art out there, and it needs to be something that you actually enjoy drawing. Because I myself fell into that hole of just drawing for the money and drawing for what pays and not so much drawing what I liked. Whenever I was streaming, especially whenever I was streaming full time, I would set a $100 goal and then I would just stream until I hit that goal. And sometimes I would, stream 4, 5, 6 hours, hit the goal, everything be all well and good. Other times I would stream for like 8 hours, maybe get 10 or 20 bucks, and then my wife come tap me on the shoulder and she's like, all right, you've been doing this all day. It's nighttime. It's dinner time. We need to hang it up. We'll try again tomorrow. And I can say that I did have a little bit of a fan base back then. So some streams I would only be streaming for like 30 minutes, and then there'll be a couple of people that would come in. They would just fill up my commission queue, quote unquote, and they'd be like, all right, your goal has been met. Go enjoy the rest of your night. And yeah, it was nice. But there was one person in particular that I had a run-in. Well, not even really a run-in with. They were just a normal customer. And it was at the time where I had advertised doing full-color commissions for only $5. And he bought 15 of them. And of course, at the time, I'm just like, oh, hell yeah, 75 bucks. My commission queue is full and I've almost hit my goal. We are well and good. Like, this is good. Now, mind you, I would only take about 2 or 3 commissions at a time and then like do those commissions on stream. And in the process of streaming, I would grab more commissions to do for the next stream. And once I was done with that particular stream, then it dawned on me like, oh shit, I've got 15 commissions to do. And it wouldn't have been so bad, but for the fact that they were like full color, full body commissions that they took me forever to do. And I eventually got through them, and it haunted me for like months. And they were like, oh, just take your time. I need this and that and this and that. And some people, they'll be like, bro, just crank it out. And that was one of 2 instances that made me realize how much I don't like doing commissions. And then there was another one where I got a commission where I had to draw these 2 dragon characters in a very precarious situation. And like, it was a top-down view with the wings open And yeah, and I just had a little comment. I'm like, well, if I draw it with the wings open, you're not really gonna see the person that's on the bottom or whatever. And they were like, oh, well, we can just kind of do a 3/4 angle and then go with that. And then I'm just like, oh my God, I don't want to do this. And it got to the point where I think maybe 2, 3, 4 months went by, and then they sent me a DM and they were like, I hate to do this, but it's been like 4 months and I found a new person to fill this commission slot. And I'm like, thank fucking God, here's your money back, I'm out of here. And that was pretty much the last time that I took like a big batch of commissions. I mean, I've still kind of done one here and there, but as far as like full on opening for commissions, that may have been the last time. And I think that this was back in like 2018, 2019. So yeah, commissions almost ruined my whole digital art vibe. All right, now once you've started to get some of your art out, and you may or may not have already had some people be interested in your commissions, now you have to figure out the price. Because I know you can look at that random person that you follow who can sell their art for like $600-700 a commission, but they also have like 450,000 subscribers and all that stuff, and they have a massive following, so it's easier for them to just reach out to their followers and then just get their commissions filled. But if you don't have that, then you have to find a happy medium between the price that you feel your work is worth and also a price that your customer base are willing to pay. And you can do a little doodle, say it's worth 200 bucks, and if no one buys it, then what good does that do you? On the flip side, you don't want to spend, 60, 70, 80 plus hours on this magnum opus of a drawing, and then somebody's like, yeah, I'll give you 20 bucks for it. So it's a happy medium that both you and your commissioners have to like find compromise within. And one of the ways that I worked around this was that I made sure that my commission prices had a range of like, the absolute lowest that I'll go, and then there really wasn't a highest, because it's like, you're gonna pay for whatever you want to pay for. But at the same time, you do have this commission range, but it's good to also work with what they've got. So if they're telling you what their commission is and they say, I only have $35 to spend on this, then you can look inward and ask yourself, okay, so do I just stand my ground, not take this commission because, it's a little less than worth my time? Or do you tell them, okay, for this price, I'll be able to do this with this amount of detail. Does that work for you? That way, your customer actually got something, you got a commission, and yeah, everybody's happy. And then, and only then, when you've got a decent catalog going and you figured out the prices that your customers will pay and that you feel your art is worth, that's when you can start doing the crowdfunding like Patreon and stuff like that. Because it's gonna be hard for you to make exclusive content when you don't even make enough regular content. Like, you have to have enough content going on your regular pages, that way you can actually have a separate exclusive content. And also, 99.9% of your patrons are going to be people that already follow you. So if your following is very small, chances are you're not going to be able to reach out to too many patrons because there's not a lot of people that are seeing your work. So it really, really, really boils down to just drawing more and putting your art out there, because no one wants to click on your page and instead of seeing all the art you've been cranking out these past couple of months, they just see links to Patreon and Coffee and all these other websites, and like all of your stuff is behind a paywall. So to your new fans that are coming in, they don't even really have anything to go off of. So if there was one big takeaway from everything that I've been kind of rambling on, it's draw a lot and draw often, and make sure that you post, because you want to get your work out there, and you want to make sure that you're actually increasing your exposure, not only as an artist, but as a content creator, because yes, posting art online, that is content. You are now a content creator. I know sometimes fan art can be a good way to kind of increase your exposure because it's going to be something that gauges your level as an artist, and it's also something that's familiar with certain fan bases. But if that's not something that you want to do, I wouldn't recommend doing that too often. It's good to sprinkle it in there every now and then, your favorite anime characters or game characters or show characters or whatever you want to call it. But always stick to drawing what you want to draw, what's fun for you, what you like. Because as long as you're doing that, you're going to have a great time whether you're landing commissions or not. Because you're not doing it for the wrong reasons. So yeah, hope all this helps. At the end of the day, it's just advice. You do whatever you want to do, and yeah.